Hey guys, how's it going? Steph Davis here with FlipThisWholesaler.net, and it is Saturday night tonight, and I am here to bring you a Saturday night reader mail. Tonight's question comes from Aurora, and Aurora writes, "Hi Steph, I'm new to wholesaling and found your blog through flippinghomes.com. I think I have the wholesaling process down, but am a little confused when it comes to making my offers. Can you tell me what formula you use to come up with your offer amount? I think once I get this figured out, I will feel much more comfortable talking to sellers and making offers. Thanks in advance, Aurora." This is another one of those questions that I get quite frequently. People want to know, what formula do I use when I'm coming up with my offer? And most of the people when they ask me this and I give them my answer, I don't think it's the answer that they're looking for, but I do not use a formula at all. I have no formula. There's no percentage of ARV or after repair value. I go about it a little bit differently. What I do is, instead of looking at the retail comps or comparable sales, I look at what I call the investor comps, and these are going to be the lowest comps in the neighborhood, usually cash sales, and that's how I kind of get an idea. If I'm not familiar with the neighborhood, I'll run a search of the recent comps and I'll pick the lowest ones, which would be the investor comps, and that will give me an idea of where I should be price-wise. Usually I'll take those list of investor comps and go drive by them, and that will give me an even better idea. Sometimes if you're looking at comps on paper, the numbers don't make any sense, and then if you actually go out and drive by the houses, it'll make a lot more sense as to why one sold for maybe $20,000 or $15,000 more and one sold for less. So that's one tool that I use to help me decide what to offer. And the other is I always line up my buyers first instead of getting a property under contract and then rushing out and marketing the property trying to find a buyer. I line the buyers up first and I ask them exactly what they're looking for in a deal. So if I'm working in a particular neighborhood and I find a buyer, say the buyer called on a sign that I had or any sort of marketing that I had, and I will ask them specifically, what price range do you want to be at in this neighborhood? What type of houses are you looking for, and how much are you willing to pay for them? So that's how it's kind of, it's not an exact science, so there's no, like I said, I don't use a formula, and just looking at the investor comps and talking to investors, that'll give you an idea, but it's something that it's kind of an art, and once you get more familiar with the neighborhood, you'll be able to spot a deal without having to, you can just look at a house and know that the number that would make it a good deal. And this is something that doesn't happen overnight. It's not something that you're just going to wake up and be able to tell exactly what to offer. It's something that you have to work at, and it takes some time. But that is how I go about deciding what to offer. I look at the investor comps, number one, and I find the buyers, and I find out the prices that they're willing to pay. So hope that answered your question, Aurora. As usual, if you guys have any further questions, if you want me to clarify anything, feel free to leave any questions in the comment section, and I would be happy to answer them for you. And that's all I have for tonight. You guys have a good weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.